All right, today we are going to be working with Module 8, Lesson 8, and today's objective is to interpret equal shares in composite shapes as halves, thirds, and fourths. So we have been working with fractions, and we have also been working with shapes, and we've been talking about 2D shapes, and we did talk about the 3D shape. And today we're going to be looking at some of those shapes. So let's look at my shape here. The directions say to use one pattern block to cover half the rhombus. But before you do that, I want you to tell me everything you know about a rhombus. Now, I see the picture of the rhombus, but what else do we know? A rhombus has how many sides? 4. How many angles? 4. And there's another name for a rhombus. It is also called a quadrilateral. That's right, because a quadrilateral is a shape that has 4 sides and 4 angles. So I'm going to use one pattern block to cover half the rhombus. Now I want you to tell me if you think that I am right or do you think I'm wrong. Ready, set, go. All right, friends, here we go. Am I right? No, I'm not right. It's not half, but I split it down the middle. Okay, friends, you don't think that's right? Well, let me try this one. Ready, set, go. Am I right now? No, this is not half, but it looks like a house, and I think that's cool. You're right. It is not half the rhombus, because in order for it to be half the rhombus, the sides have to be what? Equal. That's right. So let me try this shape. I'm thinking about sides and angles. Now, if I put this shape here, it kind of looks like it could have some of the same shapes and sizes. But is that half? No. So there's only one shape that I can use. I wonder what that shape is. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. I got it. I used one pattern block to cover half the rhombus. So I would say that 1/2 of the rhombus is green. 1/2 of the rhombus is yellow. You got it. Let's go to the next one. Use one pattern block to cover half of the hexagon. Okay, friends, half the hexagon. I got it. Look good? No. Well, I think you're right. That is not half the hexagon. How about this one? Ooh, what shape did I just use? I used a trapezoid, which is also a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. So here I have used my trapezoid to cover half of my hexagon. Hexagon has how many sides? 6 sides. I remember that because the X in hexagon helps me remember. All right, let's try another one. Oh, before I leave this slide, can you describe for me the red part? Good. 1/2. Can you describe for me the purple part? Yep, 1/2. All right. Next, we're going to use one pattern block to cover 1/3 of the hexagon. All right. Now, on this one, it is helpful for you to play with these shapes because that's how you really figure this out. And you don't have an opportunity to play right now at home with these shapes, but I'm going to give you a tool at the end where you're going to get to play with them. Okay, so I want you to watch as I play with the shapes because shapes can be so much fun when you play with them. That was how many pieces? 1. Now we're at 2, and I'm going to make this shape pink. You ready? Here's my next one. 3, and I'm going to make this one purple. I'm going to make it blue. because I want to see the 3 different colors. Did I cover 1/3 of the hexagon? Yes, 1/3 is pink, 1/3 is blue, and 1/3 is yellow. Very good. So some of this just happens when you start to play with shapes. Now you may have noticed when I colored these that really this shape right here is really 2 what? Triangles. Yep, remember when we just did on our first slide, we needed to cover the rhombus. And what did we use? We used a triangle. So I wonder how many triangles could cover a hexagon. We might have that question later. Very interesting, very interesting. All right, next slide. We're going to use one pattern block to cover 1/3 of the trapezoid. So if I need to partition my trapezoid into thirds, how many equal parts will I have? Thirds. You got it. I'm going to have 3. And so I know, because I've played with shapes, and I know you have not had the chance to play with them, but you're going to. I am going to color these some other colors because I think it helps me when I am playing with them for them to be different colors. So here we go. I'm going to take a green shape. I am going to take a yellow, what is this shape called? Triangle. And I'm going to take a orange triangle. Now the directions say use one pattern block. And if I was using manipulatives, I could show you that very easily. But on here, I wanted to show you the different colors just so you can see that it really is a third, that they really do match up. And so now I have 1/3 of my trapezoid is green, and it's a green triangle. And now I have how many thirds? 2/3. And now I have how many thirds? 3/3, or 1 whole, because the whole is covered with the triangles. All right, next we're going to use 4 pattern blocks to make one larger square when we put them together. And I want to see if you think I got it right. That's 2, 3, and 4. Now that is a cool shape, but is that a square? No, it is not a square. I know. I was just checking to make sure you are awake. Here I go. 4 to make a square. Well, I know that I need to start with a square to make a square. Not always, but in this instance, I am going to. And my 4 pattern blocks together can make one larger square. And I can show that by mixing my colors up. Now, hey, look at that. Now, as a bonus question, how many squares, how many shares of the square are yellow? You're right, 2/4. How many squares or shares of the square are blue? 2/4. But I could easily change that up. Let's see. Let's change this one. Now, how many shares of the square are blue? 1/4. Good job. All right. We're going to use one pattern block to cover 1/6 of a hexagon. That means I need to use 6 of these shapes. So I am going to use my lovely triangle. And here go my shapes. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, Miss Davis, why did you put 6 when it said 1/6? Because I want to show you all of my colors. Look at that. Now, I can see that 6 of those triangles are equal to 1 whole hexagon. So I can take these and I can separate them and take them off, and then I can show 1/6. So now I have 1/6 of my hexagon is what color? Yellow. Nice job. All right, here is what you're going to be doing today. You are going to use 4 pattern block squares to make one larger square. Now, do you remember when we did that? Because we just did that. Let's go back to that slide so you can see. Right here, we had 4 squares that were the same as one larger square. So you're going to draw that, which I think you're going to be pros at because you know how to draw squares really well. And then you're going to shade one smaller square. And then each small square is how much of the shape. Shade one more square. Now 2 blank of this whole square is shaded. And then you're going to add 2/4 of the square is the same as 1 what of the whole square. So it's saying 2/4 is the same as what? So let's look at that one again. If I change this one to my blue, okay, so it's saying 2 of these are how much? These are 2/4, but 2/4 is the same as how much of the shape? Think about it. Okay. And then you're going to shade 2 more small squares. And now I'm going to give you a hint. They're all going to be shaded. So how many fourths is equal to 1 whole? And then on number 6, I'm going to show you how to do that with the interactive tool. So it says use 1 pattern block to cover 1/6 of the hexagon. Now you can always color it, and that's going to work perfectly for you. But I want you to take a look at this cool tool. This tool is online. I'm going to put the link there. And here is my hexagon right here. I got it from over here. And I am going to cover 1/6. So what shape am I going to use? Here's where you're going to get to play. 1/6, that's going to be a triangle. And then let's say you want a purple triangle. There you go. Let's say you want a green triangle. There you go. You can change the colors too. Isn't that cool? And then let's say you want another triangle, but you want to move it. That's okay because see here, you twist and then you can plug it and it goes perfect. See, isn't that wonderful? And then now I have how much do I have green? Well, I can come here with my pen and I know that there are 2. So I could say 2. And then total, I have 6. So 2/6 are shaded. See, isn't that neat? And then you can erase. You can do some more shapes. And then I want to show you one other thing. All right, so now that you have done those cool things, after you've drawn and you've made your shapes and you can duplicate shapes, make more shapes, there's this cool little feature here. And when you click on it and you look, you can like make patterns. So let's say you want this cool truck. You can come in here and then fill the truck up with shapes. Isn't that so much fun? Like here are my wheels. And I just want to play with this so much because it's so much fun. So that's when you click on this tool right here where you see the little man in the boat. And you're going to get all of these fun shapes that you can create, or you can just take a larger shape. And here's where I wonder, how many smaller triangles would it take to fill that entire triangle? Oh, that might be fun too. So you have all kinds of tools there to do your math homework, well, your assignment for today, and just play and have fun because playing with shapes is awesome. And remember, when you're playing with those shapes, talk about the number of sides and talk about the number of angles and use those math terms. I want to hear 1/2. I want to hear partition when I'm splitting it, when I'm cutting it. I want to hear those terms. one whole. How many smaller pieces do you need to cover the entire thing? The one whole. All right, have a great day, friends.